Alright, so welcome to Gambler's Table. Flip a coin. That's all you have to do. If you flip it correctly, you get $1. And with that money, you can buy more coins. And before you know it, you're going from flipping one single coin to complete and utter pandemonium. So let's play. If you want to discover some silly games to kill the time, then you should subscribe to this channel if you're new and check out the streams. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy. Okay, welcome to Gambler's Table. This is an incremental clicker game where we start with a single coin. But a single coin, brother, I hate coin flipping. Oh my goodness. Every time you flip, you get $1, except sometimes you don't. And now we can flip 2 coins. And as you can imagine, this is how the game goes, man. I'm gonna get me a helper though. I need him to help me flip some coins here. This is a free little game on itch.io. Itch.io, sorry. Why do I always say itch.io? I don't know why I do that. Anyway, we need to start off by getting some cash on the board here. I think helpers could be very valuable. I don't know why they decide that they need to run in different directions though. This is like if gambling was an incremental clicker game though. I think it is gambling time. The best thing of all. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm so indie pilled right now. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what just popped up on my screen there. It's like a command prompt just opened and closed immediately. I love a solid aesthetic. I love simple mechanic. And I love incremental clicker games, man. Look, oh, dude, this flips multiple. $27. We actually don't have a whole host of. Oh wait, it's the bottom automatically activates copper coin to make like earning effortless. But we could okay, so wait, hold on. You know what? I need to move myself up just a notch here because there's upgrades at the bottom. Copper coin gives +1, enhancing their overall value and efficiency. Right. Gotcha. It can now be flipped just by hovering over them, making clicks a thing of the past. Helper is 15% more efficient. Okay, so we kind of know what we're wanting to go for here. I need $40, and when I get $40, we can make copper coins cost or worth more, which is exactly what you want to do. I used to gamble on coin flips with my roommate in university. I know a bunch of old Magic the Gathering grinders who used to go, I don't know, to PTQs and all that kind of stuff fairly religiously, and we had it was Team Scotland, and they were complete degenerate gamblers at the best of times. They'd be in a hotel somewhere in Utrecht or something like that, and it would be one of them is sitting on a bed gambling dice rolls with another person for $5 a go. Completely absurd, degenerate gambling for absolutely no reason. And I appreciate they're trying to make money playing a card game, so honestly you probably make more money playing the card game than you do trying to make day 2 of a PTQ or something like that, right? But for the last, let's upgrade our stuff here. Ooh, I mean, we should get more helpers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 for every coin. I don't really know what the ratio I want to have is, frankly. Are we still talking about the gorilla? Larry said the gorilla would win in a 100 versus 1 situation, which is wrong, obviously, right? But now it's starting to cause a problem again. We moved on. Oh, we're talking about are we talking about a whale? How many humans to beat a whale? I don't think it would take well, I don't know. Define your terms, because a whale isn't. I mean, a whale can't swallow you whole. Doesn't a whale have the throat size of a grapefruit or something? I mean, I don't really know what to tell you, frankly. Give me that. Just upgrade me on that. Oh, dude, you know what? We can afford a silver coin now. Or very, very soon. Give me a silver coin. How much is a silver coin? 20? That is a lot better. I'll give you that. At the very least, we got to start flipping this coin. I don't really like. Okay, I do like the Pokemon TCG, but one of the big reasons I was turned off of Pokemon TCG Pocket was precisely because most of the mechanics are revolving around coin flips, and I hate coin flips in games like this. Like, I really do not like it, like, at all. It really does not butter my biscuit in the correct way. I don't know what it is, but just like having it all, having like you winning. I appreciate that the reason they do it, and at least Pokemon TCG Pocket, is because it makes the skill gap between like good players and bad players like less like skill related. Like, good players are still probably win more, but at the very least you're unlikely, like a bad player can like hit a high roll and beat like the world champion theoretically in Pokemon TCG Pocket. I mean, in the regular TCG there's a lot of like RNG stuff as well, but at the very least you kind of like try to minimize its effect on the deck that you're playing. Google says sperm whales can swallow a person. Oh, okay then. Good for them, I suppose. The throat goat. Anyway. We go quick flip now. And now whenever we hover over anything here. Well, not anything, not the silver dollar. I appreciate that it's not quite that, but we should go like, I'm trying to do everything here, but like it is definitely infinitely more difficult than I thought it would be. You know what, man? I'm realizing that we should be going. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 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 You know, I have like another like vaguely interesting like roguelike, and I'm Tom. I don't know how like into your gambling you are, but it's like a dungeon crawler, but all the tiles on the floors of the dungeon are generated via slot machine. I've been waiting to bust that one out. But that's one that's on the list, man. That's one that's on the list at some point. Because I think that would go pretty raw. Do not tempt me, man. Oh, man. Just gamble. Gamble. You will win. You will win. You will win. Sorry. Probably shouldn't do that. Sorry. Maybe I'll get bigger hands. I don't know why I mean, actually, the helpers aren't really doing much for me at all here. Pick up the silver one. The game, by the way, I know it says wishlist the full game on Steam. All there currently is itch.io demo. I guess I'll flip it myself then, like a mug, like a fool. What do you mean you're sleeping? Get up! Had to click them. Some whales, like right whales, have been killed by single men in canoes with a knife. Is that? Are you describing the plot of Moby Dick by any chance? Like, wait, hold on. Does Ahab get the whale in the end, Captain Ahab? I don't remember. Hello, socks are cool. How are you? I'm describing the traditional Greenlandic way of killing whales. Okay. That being said, though, he does have a knife, so like, kind of L human, because like they can't do it barehanded, which is, you know, I think the point most of the time, right? I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure like the point of this whole argument the entire time has always been like, they're, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like weapons, generally speaking, a lot of the time in these like conversations are meant to be forbidden, right? Which is a shame, because it's kind of like our thing and what we do as a species. We like make things, pointy things and sharp things, and we poke them very quickly and go, ah. And the reader goes, what are you doing? I'm poking you with a stick. Right, sir. I did see like I don't know why I made the gorilla British or myself British. I am British, I suppose, but not that kind of British. I did see like a Instagram reel of like Monkey and like there's a guy like, do you want to play Monkey and British boy? And then they ended up making the Monkey British. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. The argument is gone stupid. There's no way of knowing how many humans it will take to kill a whale because it's condition dependent. It depends on where we are and how much freedom both sides have. I mean, the argument is obviously stupid. At its core, Like it exists to cause arguments, right? Like we are aware of this, right? We're not like shocked that people make rage bait, but like the only way to win is not to try, or the only way to win is not to fight. The only is it Sun Tzu who said the battle won is a battle not fought, or was that Confucius? I can't remember. Is it the art of war, or I don't know. It's an ancient Chinese dialect, I imagine. Right? But it is 100% correct though. Like, not engaging in guerrilla or whale discourse is the way to win an argument when they're talking about do 100 men beat a gorilla or the 2,000 men beat a monk, like a whale. Like, do you know what I mean? Man is quoting war games. I don't think. Wait, I might be, but I'm pretty sure it's also like somebody gotta Google that. Hold on, let me actually Google right now. The battle won is the battle not fought. It was Sun Tzu in the Art of War. Call me the goat, man. Don't anybody ever question my one time I actually genuinely tried to read the Art of War and gave up. Because it is kind of like Sun Tzu is like kind of not like a dumbass in any regard, but like, is it not like his advice is like pretty like obvious now, I suppose. And I'm not saying it's a hard book to read. I'm just thinking like it's not actually that interesting, because his like advice is like, you should attack them at nighttime when they're asleep. And it's like, oh, really? Cut off their supply lines so that they get hungry and tired. Like, you know, I guess like 2,000 years ago. When was the Sun Tzu? Sorry, it wasn't 2,000 years ago. Scratch that, because we didn't have like the written word then. When was Sun Tzu alive? I mean, it was not that far off. Wait, it was about 2,000 years ago, actually. Sorry. Yeah, almost. Yeah, no, it was more than 2,000 years ago. Like 500 BC. So that advice actually was probably goated back then. But like nowadays, it's kind of like a genuine like child could probably, who's played like, I don't know, like Clash of Clans, could probably tell you that like more about military strategy than Sun Tzu could like back then. Brother man, we could race since Babylon. I forgot about like the ancient Sumerians or whatever, bro, and the Egyptians and stuff, bro. Sorry, my bad. I forgot that like humans are like kind of civil. We're pretty civilized, not like a lot longer than I think. And then we got Sanskrit and like ancient Greek, yeah, sure, Latin, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, to be fair, the book is like literally Sun Tzu like describing like basic, I was gonna say basic mechanics, but like basic concepts to like dumb nobles. But still, it's yeah, it's like, it is funny. He is still like the goal of like me creating a straw man at right this instant. Like I gotta give it to him on that one. The Romans too. Ross forgot our history. Listen, bro, there's like a billion. I'm not being funny, but like there's a gajillion different civilizations all like in abstract created writing without conferring with each other or seeing it from other people, right? The Chinese also like created writing on their own. Like a lot of people created writing on their own, man. I'm not gonna name every single civilization that like came up with like a alphanumerical system of communication that is the written word, okay? There's a bunch of them. But like, don't be like, because it's always like, you're literally a walking YouTube comment, man. You say something and be like, here's like my top 5 favorite movies, and somebody be like, this guy forgot this movie, and it's like, Magmorpheus. I know that like what you're probably actually typing a word or a place that is real, but like it looks so much like a dirty word that I'm scared to even try and pronounce it. Do you know what I mean? The most ancient is Chinese and the Greeks. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds right, probably, but like, darn. Wow. But at the same time, man, like, sheesh, you know what I'm saying? I do walk right out of your YouTube comment section. I do occasionally see you there, and I wonder why you, because you're there for the video half the time, and I do genuinely wonder if you're okay sometimes, because I'm like, Crash, you're better than this. And I mean, I can't recall off the top of my head, brother. I need to hit a heads. Give me a heads. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I've missed like 8 out of the 10 coin flips, I think, for this gold coin. That is like the majority of the money I'm receiving. Okay, yeah, now they're going faster. Golden bounty. Oh, the bounty of the gods. 25 grand is kind of wild though. Increase the speed of copper coin. That am I gonna go? Am I about to be copper pilled right now? I feel like I should be copper pilled. David Copperpilled? Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying, man. Gotta give me credit on that one. No, you don't have to give me credit, actually. That's not where I was going with that one. What's this one called? This one's called Gambler's Table. And it is exactly the clickety-clacking of the pitter-patter of coins hitting a table that get you rock solid, brother. Oldest form of writing is cuneiform. That's the word I was scared to pronounce, because I was like scared that it look and spell like a word that would be. You commented on Swords and Sandals? Yeah, you're kind of goated though, so. You give off a different vibe, man. Let's chill, man. You do what you want. Just the trick is to simply be good. Come on, lads. Yeah, we've started to increase the amount of money we're making quite drastically, actually. I think, you know what, we gotta go like a little bit of lucky echo here, because we got a chance to start like chaining flips here. We love chaining flips, don't we, people? We love it. We do love it. Hello, Charlie. You have arrived. How does one achieve GOAT status? It's self reliant. Okay. I opened the window for Charlie, and he was immediately like, I've changed my mind, in all actuality. So good for him. Ooh, get it flipping. Flip it the base, man. I've been kind of diving into the archives of like some British reality TV shows recently, and it is like, it is quite. I mean, I don't really have a frame of reference necessarily, but like a lot of like at least early, well, not early, like from 20 odd years ago, like 10-20 years ago, reality TV shows are just like people being mean to like vaguely marginalized groups of people, like not based on like religion or like creed or anything like that, or like race, but it's like this person has a lifestyle choice and we are going to eviscerate them on national television for like absolutely like, no, I don't know, but not about absolutely no reason. But there's like, there was one about like families who are like overweight or whatever, and instead of like being like a show that was like maybe like some, I guess it was trying to be eventually heartwarming, but it was just like, let's go to people's houses and then like we're just gonna like call them like things to their face, like insult them to their face, and then like put every bit of Charlie, man, what are you doing? And then like show them how much they eat in a week, but like in one go in like this massive tube. So like 30 pizzas come down like from the unknown into this massive tube, and all these beans come down, and like hamburgers and like all these billions of things, and it's just like it is bizarrely messed up. Dating shows as well. It is crazy what like the normal British person would watch like 10 years ago, because I'm sitting there watching it like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm no better than this person who watched it, because I'm watching it unironically as well, because it's vaguely interesting to see like essentially like a culture time capsule from like, you know, 10, 15 years ago. But I'm like, man, it was something back then, huh? Right. What do I want to purchase? I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of willing for the shockwave goat here. Yeah, get it flipping. Flip it to base, man. I got shockwave, but I don't have that many silver coins, so I actually don't know how worth it is. It's pretty chill, though. Remember that one on My Strange Addiction with the guy that loved having intercourse with his car? Yeah, I think they did like a follow-up on him, and the car like is dead, which is kind of like messed up, because I think he married her or something, so he's technically like bereaved, I suppose. Like he's a widower. Like unironic. But like he still has like the hood of the car like pinned up on his garage. And he has a new lover now, which is not a person, but like a car. Again, another car, different car. Like, I mean, I don't like you know, it's funny to make fun of, but like, it must be like, it probably is rough if you're like so lost in the sauce that you're like, no, this car is my wife, and then your car like fails its MOT, and like, all of a sudden it's like unfit for the road. You wanna go up there, Charlie? Or like it gets like totaled in an accident or something, and you have to like, I don't know, man. I don't know if you host a funeral or something for it, but like, I mean, like emotionally, you might. I don't know. Maybe he's probably hitting the same beats. People are married to the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, but like polyamory's weird, man. I don't know. I just don't get it personally. That's a weird polycule, man. You got everybody is like boyfriend, girlfriend, or girlfriend, girlfriend, or you know, all that with like the one. Like imagine the Eiffel Tower being the center of the polycule is kind of wild. Now somebody say good one, Ross. Because I only got 1 + 2 when I was playing Dish Ventory, and I was like pan, 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 and then I said my me when I ask what the sexual orientation of my polycule is. Oh brother, that was a good one, man. People just don't get me. It's fine. I mean, we got the copper like going kind of Paul crazy here with the amount it's worth. I can't see anything because Charlie is like right directly. Wait, are you having a joke, brother? Get off, man! What are you doing? An Isekai harem. Eiffel Tower Reborn. That would go insanely hard for about like 3 guys in Japan. I mean, like, and maybe it could be popular in Japan, I suppose. There's like isekais about someone being reincarnated as like a literal inanimate hot spring, but they level up the more people use them, because like adventurers come because it gives them like health and mana when they use it, and then they gain like extra powers. I just saw Mr. Hands in the chat, a reference to Mr. Hands. That is the name of the person you're referring to. Do not be googling that though, for sure. That's an ancient video though. I don't even know if it like exists on the internet anymore, unless like you're going somewhere deep, you're deep diving into like an interesting website. I mean, to be fair, I remember watching like the Pain Olympics when I was a kid, and like I'm like 99% sure that like it's all fake, but there's still like that 1% where you're like, ugh, you know. Me and my high school friends would like go around to our mate's house and like put it on and see how far we could get. I don't think we ever finished it, man. I don't think we ever finished it, and I don't think it's a long video either. But like, it was tough for a young man to be watching something like that. I don't know why, man. Like, when you're like a kid and just stupid and you're like, I might just like psychologically change my entire trajectory, the entire trajectory of my life for no reason. You gotta get more helpers, man. Flip it that gold, man. My girlfriend is a centaur. That one, is that not a new release that's coming out, or is it already out in the spring 2025 anime season currently? Gotta keep our eyes open for that one. Sure. We're flipping like crazy right now, Matt. Absolutely undeniably good. Did you just go for like another coin? Yeah, we could do that. Is Psycho still operational? Not really. I'm hoping that maybe one day I can actually like get the time with which to do it, but that time is not currently, fortunately. Apparently the hot spring isekai is actually quite good though. I don't know how I've heard good things about it, but I actually have. Okay, we need oh, spin me up, bro. Spin me up. Increasing the speed of copper getting flipped around by 10% is that does go. I can't even see my mouse. My eyes are like. What did you get? I really should like take everything down off the website. I thought everything was gone, but you may have actually like clocked onto something there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. My eyes are like. Why is the sun localized in your room? Because Charlie was like very much, I want to go up on the windowsill to like look out the window. And he was fighting on my desk to get up on that windowsill. He was trying to figure out how to get past the mic arm. He was doing all that. And then I opened it for him and he spent, I would say like 8.5 seconds on the windowsill. And then, that was good enough for him. He's now, you can now see him. He's like sitting like right next to me. For a very brief period of time, he got what he wanted. Like Icarus coveted Daedalus's wings. He flew too close to the sun. Now I am getting engulfed by it. But it's a nice day outside. Do you like a bit of natural light coming in? Not a hater of that. Now we should spend some cash here, probably. But we need to like. So increasing it by 1%, like one single dollar. 37 a pop here. And if I give one more, $37, what does that give us per flip? $40, huh? $3 per upgrade here. Interesting. Funnily enough, like the gold coins are hella cheap here. Where's Casper? He's like in the living room, I imagine. I actually had to like separate them today because Charlie was just trying to sleep, and I turned around. Like I don't separate them very regularly, but I was like, I got some work to do, and it would be great if like they weren't reenacting like 2002 WrestleMania. I turned around and I it happened so fast. I don't even know who had who in a headlock, but one of them had someone in a headlock, and I was like, right, I don't know what's going on here, boys, but if we could just chill out for a moment, that would be pretty cool. I'd be pretty happy with that. Ross, we must acquire muscles. Think of the gains. Oh yeah, the bigger muscles. Sorry, my bad. You know what? We can buy a bunch more gold coins at the very least here. We're getting filled up. I guess I should. You know what? Make them work harder. Oh, golden infusion. Okay. That is where, okay, I've been copper pilled this whole time when I could very easily be like gold pilled. How much is that? 720. Me when I get the next, what everybody thought the Xbox 362 was going to be called. Sure. Sorry. Did you call the bank about the app subscription cancellation? I'm guessing no. Yeah, I called the bank and said to move all my money out of the account so that I could default on the app subscription. Good news is we cancelled the app subscription. Bad news is they shut off the power and electric. The water doesn't work, and I'm losing the home. So defaulted on the mortgage, and now they're repossessing my house. I don't know, Sel, were you here for that bit? I don't even know if you were, man. I like it was honestly the greatest, most incredible golden nugget of advice I've ever seen Tom give. So, like, long story short, I have like an app on my phone for a person we kind of semi worked with and we did a con with. Because I'm a fool, right? And I should have said no, agreed to like some app like subscription fee about 2 years ago because I was trying to be polite, and I genuinely have no idea how to cancel it. Like, I went on the app and I do not know even what account it's tied to. So I've just been like paying $5 a month for this app that I'm pretty sure like does not do anything. And then like and then Tom, probably not being serious, but also like did say that like I should just like move my money out of my bank account so that the like when they try and take the money for the app, there'll be no money in it, so it will automatically cancel the subscription because it gets declined. And then we went into like a pretty big talk about like what a credit score is and how that might be the worst financial advice you could ever give to a human being. It's not even I don't know, man. I didn't even have it on my phone is the worst part. Because like I had to like look it up and re-download it and I don't even know what it is. That's the sad part. Oh, we're getting lots of money. Just saw a debate about 100 people from the US versus 100 Brits. Is that not like the Civil War that we're describing or something like that though? We not already done this before? I guess, yeah. Oh, no weapons. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that like, hold on. I just need to Google something without offending anybody first. I'm just checking here. Okay. So, okay, right. So, I mean, I would probably say Britain. If I was to be genuinely honest. Charlie, you always take that line. But, I mean, it depends what we're pulling from here. If it is a random lottery of 100 random people over the age of like 18 and over to fight, I think that we would probably win, but only by virtue of the fact that, and this is no disrespect to Americans watching, listening, tuning in via AM, FM radio, we are, not by much, but a slightly less obese country. Like, we have we still have a big problem, and I'm also overweight, just so we're clear. I gotta, like, lose some weight, or I want to lose some weight, because I would like to not have, like, a cardiac arrhythmia by the time I'm, like, 45. We rank pretty badly in the global leaderboard of obesity. However, America is, like, 10th in the world for, obesity amongst adults. So, like, I'm just gonna say, like, probably just pulling a random name out of a hat, they're actually 10th in the world apparently for, like, at least for men. I would just say that, like, they would probably lose to most countries except the ones that are above them somehow, just by virtue of, like, them not being, like, fit, I suppose. And then we'd lose, like, 100 Greek soul, 100 Brits. Sorry, disappoint me? I mean, it doesn't disappoint me, because, like, your country's probably, like, I mean, the Greek Mediterranean diet is, like, I've eaten Greek food, like, quite a lot recently. I mean, like, a veggie, like, tray bake with some smoked tofu, tzatziki in a flatbread, like, feta cheese and stuff like that. Like, I like a gyros, man. I do like a, am I pronouncing that right? An gyros? Chickpea gyros goes pretty raw as far as I'm concerned. You also high on the obesity scale in Europeans? Yeah, but we're going global here, brother. 100 Koreans probably take you all their mandatory military services, no joke. I mean, I'm not really factoring that into the equation. Like, you can if you want, I suppose. It's not really... Because, like, realistically, like, I mean, I'm just pulling 100 names. Because, like, it could... Like, by that logic, we pull 100 Britons from the hat, or 100 Americans, and it could be, like... You could accidentally pull 100 SEAL Team 6 members just by... If you spin the wheel 100, like, an infinite amount of times, eventually you're going to get, like, 100 of the most capable killing machines that America... Like, the people that got Bin Laden and Hussein, man. Like, you're gonna eventually, you know, you're gonna hit the absolute mega convinced ultra mega jackpot on people, and then it's like, what, 119-year-old Korean boys who are like 18 months into their military service get absolutely murked by SAS and SEAL Team 6 people, man. Like, you know, like, it doesn't matter, man. Obesity isn't healthy, but an obese person will batter you, no problem. I think, like... I mean, I don't think you're correct. I mean, like, yeah, they have a lot of weight behind them, for sure. I mean, yeah, but, like... 100 versus 100 people? Like, it's kind of, like, not a fight that's over quickly, would you not agree? Like, I think you're assuming it's going to be, like, 100 1v1s, but, like, you know, it will turn into a melee. Like, one person wins and they jump on another person, and then I guess it's just, like, a stamina fight at that point, right? I've got, like, almost 1 million. What am I doing? Hold on! Okay. Get the echoes flipping here. I don't know nearly enough about what Spetsnaz and SAS have actually done to make a comment on if they would murk each other in a fight or not. Like, and also, like, I can agree that, like, there's a reason why boxing weight categories exist. And that's because, like, a 300 pound, like, ultra heavyweight boxer is gonna clobber a welterweight or a featherweight like in no uncertain terms, right? Like they will die like in one punch probably. Like, well, I don't know about one punch, right? But like they will, you know, the odds that you're looking at, like not just like you're looking at like a biological difference in that the person that's like the ultra heavyweight or the heavyweight is like, I don't know the weight brackets, by the way, that's why I'm saying both, is taller, better reach, like just like physical, like as in physics, you know, they got more torque behind what they're cooking with, right? But I don't think that like Barry, who like frequents the King's Arm in like Dagenham, London, who has never seen the inside of a gym before, is inherently at a particular disadvantage versus like someone who is like 150 pounds and is probably more likely to like walk somewhere or like, you know, exercise even just a little bit. We also saw Butterbean absolutely obliterate Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, but Butterbean was like the heavyweight champion. Like, what are you talking about, man? It's like literally like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby, man. Butterbean like was the GOAT, man. Like trained athlete versus like guy who gets like ran over by like golf carts and bulls for a living. He was not the champ at the time that he was at the later part of his career. Okay, well, I mean, we're both correct, right? But like, we're just playing on technicalities here. But like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that he wasn't the heavyweight champion at the time of recording. Obviously, he did become it, and I'm sorry. Okay, how foolish of me. Anyway. What are we doing here? You know what, man? I gotta get me more helpers. Have you guys ever heard of the CIA gay bomb? I have not, no. Look up the CIA gay bomb. Man, I don't... Yeah, I'm probably like chill. I'm probably chilling. Like when you are like making an argument that like somebody who's 600 pounds wins against somebody who's like 150 pounds by virtue of like the fact that they are 4 times their weight and would kill them if they landed on top of them, like you have to also appreciate that this person is not entering battle via trebuchet, right? Like they're like the force of their like the momentum that they can pick up is not very good, and they don't move very fast, and like they're unlikely to really be able to catch the person who is a quarter of their weight because it's, you know, they move a lot faster, man. The trebuchet would be a good idea. It would be a good idea for anybody because like a 150 pound person being fired via trebuchet directly onto somebody who's 600 pounds would also still probably kill them. They ain't have to move fast. A small dude has to come to them. But like... It's literally a David versus Goliath situation, bro. It's like Shadow of the Colossus, man. The person who's like 5'4" and like 98 pounds is gonna like climb upon them like a colossus and like just like take hits into the back of their knees, man. Eventually, that thing is gonna fall, and it's not like they can like swing their arms like King Kong at the top of the Empire State Building, but it's unlikely they're going to be moving fast enough to actually get their hands around this scrawny little bastard's neck, man. You know? If they can get their hands on them, like, sure, man. Yeah, they'll choke the life out of them, probably, but like, what's the chances, man? I'd say just like on average, right? I'll give you the credit that like 1 or 2 out of every 10 times that like that fight happens, the small person makes a mistake and like gets a gigantic hand wrapped around their head and get their skull crushed, right? But like we gotta take the we're looking at an 80% chance of failure here, you know. Beyond that, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if we're putting trebuchet into the equation, then you're probably not putting humans on it as a form of ammunition. It's like rocks or like dirt or something. I don't know. And to be fair, due to variance in poker, there is still certain spots where you would, depending on your equity on a call, you would still want to take a bet on the £600 person winning the fight every so often, right? There's no doubt about it. Like if you like, depending on what you got in the pot already, if they like jam like 1.2 big blinds over you and you're already pot committed, you're like, you call with anything, right? If they got nothing at all, like, I mean, it's like why, like, if somebody's got like a couple of big blinds left and you're like pretty deep stack in a tournament, like even if you have like 7-5 off, you're like, I'm just gonna call it anyway, because like we're looking to ladder up here in some regard, and like who cares? Like if I give away, if I'm dusting off 1.2 bigs, like what do I care, right? I've been in this tournament for like 4 or 5 hours at this point, man. We gotta get people on the, what did I just do? We gotta get people on the Deadpool here. We'll say we have another banger for the evil Mr. Beast channel. That channel is starting to get more and more pretty good ideas, if you ask me. The evil Mr. Beast channel. I think Mr. Beast is considering starting up the evil Mr. Beast channel, because he was like, who wants to see this video? And it was like the picture of like 100 men versus a gorilla. And I was like, man, if like that happened, that would be like the greatest video. Like if, I mean, it would be kind of sad because like a couple of humans would die and a gorilla would die, but like still, we'd be crossing the Rubicon of content to where like blood sports are now chill, you know? We're going back to like the Coliseum days, man. 100 blind people versus 100 deaf people. Mr. Evil Mr. Beast. I mean, it's not. I don't. They're not. I mean, as long as like one of the people isn't like. Well, I guess like all of the people aren't like. I mean, can Daredevil win against 100 random people at the same time? I mean, probably. I don't know. I mean, it's a comic book, so like. 100 YouTubers versus one gorilla. You could definitely actually get people to sign a waiver on that one, I think. I mean, Mr. Beast could probably get anybody to sign a waiver on anything, frankly, but like, he's for sure. That's possible. Did you see that he's like collaborating with like I can't remember what the author is, but he's collaborating with like quite a profound, like quite a prolific author to make a book about 100 people competing, or like 1,000 people competing for a prize of $1 billion. It is insanely funny to me, the concept that like Jimmy Beast, like I don't dislike Mr. I think he's funny, right? It is just really funny to me, the concept that Mr. Jimmy Beast is contributing absolutely anything to the conversation as far as like a literary aspect is concerned, right? Like we sit down at the table and we're like, the actual guy who's doing all the writing work is like discussing the prose somewhat, and Mr. Beast's like, what if we made there be a self-sacrifice section of the challenges? What if halfway through that challenge we airdrop in Feastables and they eat them, and they stare directly into the camera and they love them? How about that? Why are we not buying these cheap coins? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like transfixed. I gotta be honest with you, I don't actually know what's happening anymore. Like I'm here, but I'm not. Do you know what I mean? We could buy some copper coins. Do I want to buy copper coins? I'm thinking, computer says no. Golden bounty. You are not Daredevil. I'm not Daredevil. Yeah, you got me on that one. I'm not Matt Murdock. IRL PUBG on an island, last man standing wins $1 billion. Tell me that's not a banger of an idea. I mean, like, yeah, but it's like being done, right? Well, I don't know about like it having the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds like branding, but like death games like in Western media do exist. I can't remember what it is, but I know that like Goldberg or like Stone Cold Steve Austin's in it. In a movie that's like almost exactly like that. I can't remember like who else is in it though. I wanted to say Van Damme, but I don't think that's true. I think it is Stone Cold. Hold on, let me look up. Stone Cold Death Game movie. It is called The Condemned, yeah. 2007, featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who else is in it? I swear. Oh, it's got Vinnie Jones. That he's the main villain, bro. That's why I knew. I was like, I know there's like another well-known actor that is in this movie, but I cannot remember for the life of me who it is. And it's Vinnie Jones. I'm the juggernaut. Charlie, where you going? Yeah, but IRL. You know, like it does. I mean, I would never win, right? But like, it does make you think, like, what is the smallest big amount of money that you would take if offered like 100 people, like PUBG drop in a battle royale situation? $500. That's pretty tough, man. That's pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie. I think you got a self-esteem issue. If I'm being honest with you, I think you gotta like, look inwards on that one for sure. You know what? We got like hard worker actually. We should probably be making the hard worker happen here. This game is so unbelievably hypnotizing. Where am I right now? Am I on Earth? What's happening? It started off so slow, and then I don't even know when it got to this point, frankly. Max out the helpers. Yeah, I haven't maxed out my helpers yet, actually. Make a good point. £2. I'm trying to think of like a country that's like maybe like a sovereign state and like some random island somewhere. Not like I'm not talking like an Epstein Island type situation, but like, you know, somewhere where there is such little laws that like you probably could get away with like people signing like a you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a liability waiver, being like, if I am brutally maimed, impaled, like, sound, what's it, conflagrated, what's the word I'm looking for? Assimilation? Immolation, sorry. Immolated or anything like that, I am not liable for myself or any of my surviving kin to take Mr. Beast to court. What countries you could get away with that if you pay the government? Ooh, political. Nice one. Sorry. DAE, anyone else? Oh, sorry, DAE means does anyone else. DAE, the government? Does anyone else the government? Hello, Charlie. What's your thoughts on this game, brother? Bro is speaking in riddles. No, I'm speaking in Reddit, which is not too dissimilar, but it's certainly something of its own. It is, you know what, you mentioned Squid Games, it is crazy how like, sorry, Charlie, fucking get off. Oh, pardon my French, sorry. It is crazy that Mr. Beast will like make everything he does about Squid Games though. That is kind of impressive. I respect him, man. He like literally was like, I like that, he said. That's like, it's like that. You made this? I made this. We got the Zaza. Hard worker. Squid Game pays. Mr. Beast pays. I mean, what's the prize in Squid Game again? What's the Squid Game prize? $31 million. Okay, Squid Game pays like way more actually. Never mind. I mean, the prize on Mr. Beast Games was $10 million. So that's pretty Pog Champington. No, I mean it's YouTube rev. Oh, Squid Game pays. Does it though? Like, I mean, like it did initially, and I just feel like it's done out of like habit now. Like, this is no disrespect to like, because I watched Squid Game, the first season, and I was like, pretty good, man, and I was happy to rep it because like, it's like another notch in the bedpost of like, hey, people, you should try and watch like shows that aren't in the English language. There's like lots of good things out there that you can enjoy, that all you have to do to access them is like read subtitles. Now I appreciate that like probably most people in the West like watched it, and I know this because like most of the clips I saw on Twitter of the show were like with the English dub over them, which is like, sure, it's like at least one step closer in the right direction, but yeah, I mean like, it's not like, I mean it did have that new season, but that was like, it felt like a flop to me. It then wasn't like, I wasn't there for it. I just didn't think it was like that good. We'll see what happens. We'll see, especially considering it like ended on a cliffhanger. But yeah, I don't know. I just, is it really that now? I'm unsure. May as well get you up a little bit. Charlie, will you listen? I'm gonna. There you go. He's up on the thing then. We're making money, man. Where does it end though? I guess I should just be doing that. It was on billboards all over my city as well. I just feel like the zeitgeist wasn't quite where it was during the first season. But I suppose were we in lockdown when the first season came out? Because I feel like that's something that like that would make a lot of sense if that was the case. Because then it's like you kind of captured lightning in a bottle. Like people didn't have anything else better to do, so they kind of like, you know. I've not completed to the core yet. It is like, it will be getting played possibly tomorrow. But I also got to play like Swords and Sandals. There's a bunch of like Flash games I want to play, like actual Flash games from the past and stuff. There's a lot of games to be playing, man. And here I am 57 minutes deep into flipping a coin. I don't know where I am, man. Help me! I want to eventually work my way through all of Swords and Sandals. Here is like all of the Swords and Sandals. But like, here's the issue, brother. And Tom, I don't know, maybe you've been playing along with me because you rep Swords and Sandals like heavy, and that's why I F with you. Why it is like so RNG based, man? Because sometimes like you'll hit like a clean line on somebody, and they will hit you for 4, and then sometimes they'll just hit you for like 38, and you're like, yeah, season 2 cut short big time, which was, yeah, I don't know. I still recommend playing Need for Madness. I need to look up Need for Madness. I feel like you should Discord message me so that I can like remember to do so. It's crazy how like there is actually nothing happening on the screen, but it does look like there's an awful lot of things happening on the screen, and I wish to continue the dopamine. Swords and Sandals is just funny Gamba energy. Yeah, but like when I look up a guide, because I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Like after stream or whatever, and I see that like even the guides are like, oh, by the way, this will probably only work like some of the time. You could follow like literally bar for bar the steps to take, and but like if the enemy just like clobbers you, then it just clobbers you, man. There's like You just gotta go again. You just gotta go again. Has to do with childhood. It's not even a particularly interesting game. Well, I think that the like later on, Swords and Sandals get infinitely more interesting. Just the first one, I think, is like that's like pure nostalgia bait, because like there's not like a tremendous amount of like developed upon mechanics, I suppose, like they go into it, but I don't know, dude. I just think everybody's all jealous and stuff because I'm like the lead singer of the band, dude. I think everybody's got a problem with me, dude. They gotta take it up with me after the show. Okay, what are we doing? I do wonder, like, if we have gotten all the upgrades that there are to get, and I'm just here for the love of the coins at this point. Sorry, I was going COD zombie mode there. Markiplier played Blueprints and lasted around 20 minutes before googling the solution. Okay, well, like, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with it, to be clear, doing that. But also, I appreciate that, like, Markiplier has, like, is probably, like, infinitely more busy than I am. I'm, like, vaguely busy, but, like, on a lower scale. But, like, yeah, man. Like, I mean, also, and, like, this isn't, like, a... I mean, I don't really know who watches Markiplier these days. It might be people that are, like, in their 30s that were watching him, the same people that were watching him, like, 15 years ago. I would imagine that, like, that kind of audience, which is an infinitely more, like, mainstream normie audience, are probably less interested in, like, somebody farting about for 40 minutes trying to figure out how the pump room works. Me, obviously. Talking about me. You just hyperfixate in a climbing game. Yeah, you're talking about... I can guarantee, without checking, you're talking about White Knuckle. I've been trying to play it, because I know it's, like, supposed to be horror-based, like, roguelite-y type of beat, and I have it on the wish list. And I've been meaning to play it. I probably shouldn't even bother, since, like, Markiplier has done a video on it, but it did look interesting to me, so... $2,300. 2,400. Where am I? But I mean, like, what room did it cause him to, like, Google a solution in Blueprints? I'm just curious. Like, once again, there's no judgment here, but I am wondering. He already did a video. He already rage baited by doing 3 episodes without using the inventory. He got you beat fair and square. Of what game? Of, like, White Knuckle? A security room terminal password. Right, okay. Alright, Tom, have a good one, buddy. Swan Song is the answer to that one. Sorry, spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't played Blueprints. Or even it's this game. I'm gonna let that be up to, like, the viewer's interpretation, right? We're going, like, M. Night Shyamalan mode here. No, we're not. We're going, like, Spike Lee, Old Boy 2013, remake, reboot. It's an interpretation. I would like to see your interpretation of this. I'm lost in the sauce, man. I'm lost in the sauce. White Knuckle without inventory. See, I don't know anything about the game, but now I know that it has an inventory, which must make it a pretty good game, because we do know that only good games have inventories in them. Resident Evil 4. Probably other games. I can't think of literally any other game off the top of my head. Probably, like, Resident Evil 3 as well, if I was to guess. I don't know about Resident Evil 2 and 1. Probably 2. I'd probably say 1 as well. Minecraft. These are the only other games that have inventory systems in them, and they're all good, probably. I have not played many of the Resident Evil games, and it's been a while since I played Minecraft, so that could have changed. I don't know what Bedrock Edition has in it these days, frankly. It could be anything. I've made such a mistake, by the way, chat. And this is my fault, right? I shouldn't have done it. So like B's little brother, who's like 10 years old, he's a cool kid, and I played like Roblox with him and stuff like that, mentioned that he was trying to start up like a Minecraft server with his friends, because like the Minecraft movie came out. It's in the zeitgeist, man. It's like the public consciousness right now. I foolishly was like, I can help you set up a server for you and your friends to play with if you want. It only costs like a couple bucks a month. I'll pay for it, whatever. Just like, I'm trying to get like good boy brownie points for being nice to the family and helping the family, etc. Right? Guys, I have no idea, because they want a modded server, and it's also on Bedrock Edition. What does this mean? Like, am I like, where am I like? I am cooked, man. I am so cooked. I'm gonna have to help. I'm gonna have to ask, like, call in some favors from the tech guys, man. I don't even know if you can set that up. Ross, I remember a couple years ago you said that everyone needs to experience working in a call center. Today I got accepted for a job in a call center, living up to my boys' expectations. Thank you. That's awesome, man. I look thoroughly forward to you coming back and debriefing me on your experience at the call center, man. Woohoo. You can mod Bedrock? I don't know, bro, but I told a 10-year-old that I could do it. And so I done that. Because I didn't know. I was like, can you mod Bedrock? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'll take your word for it. I shouldn't have taken the word for it, man. But like, I'm sure it'll be great. Like, listen, man, it's like fine. There's actually like nothing wrong with working in a call center. There's like nothing wrong. It's like kind of boring, and depends on like what your manager's like. It depends. I'd say your experience at a call center entirely depends on like how uptight your manager is for no reason, right? Why on God do they want to play Bedrock though? Because like they play on Xbox, man. Like the kids don't own PCs, bro. Is Java Edition like on Xbox? Oh no, the kids are not going to be okay. Bro, I don't think the adults are going to be okay. I don't think people like it's weird, man. We're kind of returning to Monkey in a lot of ways. I thought that PC was making a real come up, and I think we've maybe started regressing ever so slightly. I was gonna say like not a lot of 10-year-olds I know have PCs, but that was a really suspicious statement to make. But I know one 10-year-old, and he does not own a computer. He owns like an Xbox, and all his friends own Xboxes or like PlayStations, and they do not have any interest in an actual computer, because like they just use like tablets and phones. So it's a little bit like cooked, but still. I'm gonna be honest with you though, like if your solution to me modding a Minecraft server for like a bunch of 10-year-olds is like me trying to convince him and then all of his friends to actually buy the Java edition of Minecraft in the Xbox Microsoft store, I think you underestimate my bargaining capabilities here of like doing it. Be like, guys, I'm gonna need all of you to spend $19.99 first of all. So I don't know, go ask your parents or like get your pocket money out and go to a bank and get an account opened up, get it straight in there on Visa, MasterCard, whatever it needs to be, Visa debit. Then head straight to the Microsoft store. And if you could tell your 8 other friends that want to play on the server, by the way, do that. That'd be fantastic. It'd save me a lot of time. And then buy the good version of Minecraft. Don't buy the Bedrock version. Honestly, delete that from the hard drive. Make sure you all buy this one, and then we're working hard here. Kevo, thank you for the 2 gifted subs, man. I appreciate it. What am I doing, man? What, I genuinely like phased out, man. I've disassociated, bro. I think we've done everything in this game that there is to do. I'll be straight up with you here. This game was insane as far as like me being able to like disassociate, but like the noise is like. Anyway, that was Gambler's Table. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. I'll see you all next time. If you want to see more silly little indie games that you may not have heard of, that can definitely kill an hour of your time like that. Boom. Yeah, I had no hope. An hour has just flown by. Check it out. Check out the channel. Subscribe. Check out twitch.tv/RossBoomsocks as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.